Allah chose him. Allah chose Adam, which means Allah chose you. There's another story, the story of the story of Musa. When somebody came and asked Musa, who's the most knowledgeable person? Now Musa, you gotta remember, Musa was speaking directly to God. Okay? If you were speaking directly to God, too many people that can say they can more than you. You got the red phones that it's not. This is Musa. You speak directly to God. So he answered, he said, I am. And then Allah humbled him. He said, no, there's somebody that has more knowledge than you. And Musa was like, for real? I got to meet this guy. And then he went on to find him. You guys know that story. If you don't, ask around, it's a pretty amazing story. So, when I first read that statement, who's the fairest of them all, it reminded me of Shaitan. And it reminded me of this ayah of Quran as well. And there's two things that I want to tell you before we get to question and answer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. والشمس والضحاها والقمر إذا تلاها والنهار إذا جلاها والليل إذا يغشاها والسماء وما بناها والأرض وما طحاها ونفس وما سواها فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها كذبت ثمود بتقواها. There's like a change a little bit in this surah. And people who recite Quran really good, not me, people who recite Quran really good, you can hear the change in the recitation. And I'm going to just tell you this, and I heard it from several people, but I also learned it in a class with, you guys remember MYNA? Powerhouse, young scholarly guy, man. He teaches really good. So he was, he had this class, MYNA class, and he was going over a surah that also had a change. I want to read that one for you also before I go any further. This one was, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, raise your hand if you hear the change. وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضُبْحًا فَالْمُورِيَاتِ قَدْحًا فَالْمُغِيرَاتِ صُبْحًا فَأَثَرْنَ بِهِ نَقْعًا فَوَسَطْنَ بِهِ جَمْعًا إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودٌ وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ أَفَلَا يَعْلَمُ إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ. That change, I want you to look at it whenever you have time and think about why Allah changed it. Because I was reading this other surah that I started with you, وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا, and I didn't really understand the whole bringing Thamud into the story, right? It's talking about purification of the soul, it's talking about protecting the soul, and then it just jumps to the Thamud, the story of the Thamud, right? So, and I can't say with a matter of fact that this is why Allah did it. I don't like when people say, you know, Allah could have said this, and Allah could have said this, but Allah said this. You know why? Allah said this because, you should say this is what I think. I think Allah used this word here because don't say about Allah and His Messenger what you don't know. But in this surah, Allah swears by some things. And hopefully none of you guys are swearers, but there are a lot of Muslims that drop Wallahi like it ain't nothing, Wallahi, right? Wallahi is supposed to be like serious, Knees are supposed to start trembling when you say Wallahi. So when Allah swears, it's important. If you do want to get your point across, you do swear. If your mom says, "Where have you been?" I was over Omar. No, you weren't. I swear, Mama, I was. I swear. Right? You start swearing, it's like you're trying to get your point across. That I'm serious. I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying. When Allah swears, I was taught it does a couple of things among many. One, whatever comes after it is serious. Okay? If Allah swears by this, and He swears by that, and then He keeps swearing by this, and He swears by that, and He swears, Allah is swearing by things, it's His creation. Whatever comes after that, your ears should be like, oh man, what's about to come? The other thing that it does is whatever He's swearing by has importance. It elevates that thing, right? So we don't swear by, if you want to get your point across, man, I swear by my pencil, man. My pencil, it's number 2, I just bought it. No, people don't do that. They swear on things like their mother's grave. They swear on, our friendship. They swear on a lot of things that are dear to them. And the ultimate thing is, I swear by Allah. That's like the ultimate. So don't just use wallahi in passing time to tell. No, I was there, I saw you. Yeah, wallahi. No, it's not supposed to be used like that, right? So this is Allah speaking. By the sun and its brightness. By the moon when it follows us. By the day, these are all swears. وَالنَّفْسِ وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا جَلَّاهَا. By the day when it displays the beauty of Allah. By the night. Are you counting these? No? Okay. By the night when it conceals the beauty of Allah. And for those of you who haven't really experienced true night, oh man, y'all got to try it out. It's a bit scary. Like, most of us where we live, there's always light pollution. They call it light pollution because your house has a light, the streets have a light, cars have a light, your iPhone has a light, the shopping center has a light. You drive outside, there's a light. But then if you've ever been camping, like way out there, when it gets dark, and you can't even tell what color your clothes are, somebody's coming up and they're like, right in front of you, who is that? Who is that? Right? When you get back to nature, these verses of the Quran really have a different meaning. So this is Allah swearing by the night as it conceals the beauty. And by the sky, He's still swearing by His creation. And the one who constructed it. And by the earth. And the one who